Let us begin gently, because this teaching is not about effort, pressure, or forcing anything to happen. It is about awareness. It is about noticing how life responds to what you consistently give your attention to, often without you realizing that you are doing it. Most people believe they know what they want, and in many ways they do. They know what they want because life has shown them what they do not want. Through experience, contrast appears. Something feels uncomfortable, limiting, or painful, and from that experience a preference is born. That preference becomes a desire. This part is natural. It is part of being human. There is nothing wrong with this process. The difficulty begins when someone thinks about what they want while focusing mainly on the fact that it has not arrived yet. When you think about a desire from the position of absence, you keep the distance between you and that desire active. You are still facing what is missing instead of allowing yourself to feel the essence of what you want. Many people believe they are being positive when they say, "I want more money," or "I want more ease," or "I want better health." But often, underneath those words, there is a quiet awareness of lack. The feeling underneath the words is, "I do not have this yet." And that feeling matters more than the statement itself. Your thoughts form patterns. Your attention forms habits. And life responds to patterns, not wishes. A belief is not something you choose once. A belief is something you repeat. It is a thought you keep thinking until it feels normal, familiar, and true. Once a thought feels true, life begins to reflect it back to you in many different forms. This is how people unintentionally build realities they do not enjoy. Something happens. They notice it. They talk about it. They remember it. They look for proof of it. They talk about it again. Over time, an experience becomes a story. A story becomes a belief. And a belief becomes what they call reality. This is not because they are weak. It is because they are focused. Focus creates familiarity. Familiarity creates expectation. And expectation quietly shapes experience. That is why you cannot keep telling the same story and expect a different life. If you continue talking about what is wrong, you continue activating it. If you keep repeating history, you keep recreating history. If you keep analyzing what hurt you, you keep inviting that energy into the present moment. Many people believe that repeating history prevents it from happening again. But the opposite is often true. The more attention you give something, the more active it becomes in your vibration. The more active it becomes, the more life matches you with similar experiences. This is not punishment. It is momentum. This is why Abraham speaks about the art of allowing. Allowing does not mean giving up. It does not mean pretending. It means choosing which story you keep active in your awareness. You are always telling a story whether you realize it or not. You tell it with your words. You tell it with your expectations. You tell it with what you notice and what you ignore. And life responds to that story. Look honestly for a moment. Are there areas of your life that feel good? Are there things that are working? Are there moments of ease, connection, or appreciation? Those are parts of your veritable fortune. When you speak about them, notice them, and appreciate them, you activate more of the same. Are there areas of your life that do not feel the way you want them to feel? When you keep talking about those areas in detail, you keep practicing their vibration. You keep them active. This does not mean you should deny what is happening. It means you should understand the effect of your attention. You cannot choose something different until you are aware of what you are choosing right now. Awareness comes first. Relief comes next. Relief is important because relief is the first sign that you are moving closer to alignment. Relief does not mean everything is solved. It means you are no longer pushing against yourself. Now let us talk about this idea of a veritable fortune. Many people hear that phrase and feel frustrated or sarcastic. They think, if I have been building a fortune all this time, where is it? That reaction is understandable, but it also reveals something important. Sarcasm and frustration carry the vibration of lack. They are focused on absence, not presence. They are focused on what is missing, not what is forming. When someone asks, "Where is my fortune?" From a place of irritation, they are offering the vibration of not having. And life responds to that vibration. This is where alignment becomes essential. You cannot receive a state of being that you are not allowing yourself to feel in some form. You cannot wait for relief before you feel relief. You cannot wait for abundance before you feel abundance. You have to find the essence first. This does not mean pretending you have money when you do not. It means allowing yourself to feel appreciation, ease, trust, and openness where you can. Even hope is closer to allowing than doubt is. Hope still looks forward. Doubt closes the door. Optimism opens space. Pessimism tightens it. So when Abraham speaks about leaning toward allowing, they are talking about caring deeply about how you feel. They are talking about choosing thoughts that bring even a small sense of relief. You do not have to leap from frustration to joy. You only need to move from tension to a little more ease. One way to do this is through imagination, not as fantasy, but as emotional practice. You might imagine how it would feel to have more space in your life. You might imagine the relief of having bills handled. You might imagine the calm of not worrying so much. These are not lies, they are emotional rehearsals. You mentally spend pieces of your future fortune. You are practicing the feeling of having, and you allow yourself to enjoy that feeling without demanding immediate proof. You are aligning with it. Alignment always comes before evidence. Another important part of this teaching is learning not to look back over your shoulder. When you keep checking where you have been, you keep activating the same energy. When you keep measuring progress by past experience, you slow down change. Instead, look forward, speak forward, think forward. This does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing direction. When you consistently orient your thoughts toward where you want to go, life begins to respond in small but noticeable ways. Ideas appear. Opportunities feel lighter. Timing improves. You begin to see evidence, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Your veritable fortune is not only money, it is well-being, it is clarity, it is support, it is timing, it is resilience. It is the ability to feel relief even before circumstances change. When you align with those qualities, the physical results follow more easily. This is why Abraham emphasizes feeling so much. Feeling is guidance. Feeling is feedback. Feeling tells you whether you are leaning toward, allowing, or resisting. When something feels tight, heavy, or bitter, it is not a failure. It is information. When something feels lighter, calmer, or relieving, it is also information. You are learning to listen to yourself. When you do, life responds. This is not about perfection. It is about practice. The more often you choose relief over tension, the more natural alignment becomes. The more natural alignment becomes, the more evidence you see. And the more evidence you see, the easier it is to trust. That is how you align with your veritable fortune, not by chasing it, not by demanding it, but by leaning toward the feeling of it again and again. And when you do that, life has no choice but to meet you there.